Today we're kicking off the project season. We're going to tear everything apart in the boat because in 6 months' time we plan to set sail for an adventure of a lifetime with a family. This is not very easy to do, it's quite a massive task, but firstly we just need to make sure that the boat is actually up to the task as well. So we have this plan as a family to live and go on an adventure together for a full year, just sailing and exploring the world. And now we've entered the project season where we actually do all the things that we have planned for the last few years. And we need to make sure that the boat is actually up for the task. So fixing all the small bits and pieces that right now can be minor issues, but out on an ocean can turn into something rather big. So now we're going to head down to the marina and actually start fixing the boat this project season. So let's go! With my help, I got this guy.
Hello.
So Lucas is going to help me with grinding down the hull. He doesn't know it yet, but he will. And I'll be upstairs on top of the boat, fixing stuff inside the boat. And my lovely wife, who's holding the camera, she won't be doing much at all. That's, she's probably gonna be too tired anyway. So let's get going. So while Lucas is down grinding away on the hull, I'm up here fixing the engine, taking out the water from the water system, taking out the water from the heater. So that we can reach the freezing temperatures that we're gonna get. This beautiful day again. As always in Sweden, you know, perfect weather like this, always. Not really, but today it is. Oh yeah, project mode. It's actually not that messy for being project season, but that's just because we haven't started yet. We're just winterizing and it already looks like this. Actually, one of the very first jobs we ever did on the boat was to install proper lighting in the engine bay. Well, in the engine room at least. But what we need to fix is this. So we have a tiny leak in the saltwater system here. We don't want that. So I'm actually going to take, we already cleaned this up, grinded it down and everything, but there's some corrosion here so it doesn't get fully sealed. So I'm going to take this entire part off during the winter and take it to a mechanical shop and they can fix this to make it a proper seal again. And to empty the salt water, we're going to be using these drain plugs here in this hose. So basically just put a bucket here, open the drain plug, let the water flow out. Shouldn't be too hard or messy. But yeah, you know, as always with boating projects, things just go exactly the way we planned. And we're going to see that now, hopefully. Probably not, yeah. Most likely something will go down. Let's see if I can even open it up. Yeah, it does. It does open. Let's see if we can get it to open up. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, I think we're done. But to be honest, I don't think this is all. I think there's way more in there. I did something wrong, obviously. Yeah, so there we have the other one, but it seems to be really nicely seized. Since the drain plug for the seawater looks rather nasty, I'm going to replace it. Or at least clean it up. Oh well, at least the seawater is draining out now. We gotta take some of the engine parts back home so we can fix them back home because it's way easier for us to fix boating projects at home instead of at the boat because of reasons regarding routine. Now, as you might have heard, we, as a family, we have some, challenges when it comes to autism and ADHD, which forces us to maintain the same routines every day. We can't go to the boat except for certain planned hours, and we need to maintain these routines to make life easier for us. Let's just put it like that. That means that most of the boating projects we prefer to do at home whenever I have spare time instead of going here every now and then. So we only go to the boat on Saturdays. until about 3 o'clock. So it's during these hours that we can do stuff at the boat and also prepare for the coming week of projects to do things at home. So now we're gonna bring back the cooling system of the engine, really. So I'm gonna take it apart, really, and bring back home. So either we're gonna take home the water pump or the heat exchanger. Both of those are gonna get home, so we're gonna replace all these hoses eventually as well, but I want to take home the pumps and the heat exchanger. The heat exchanger we need to actually hand into a mechanical workshop, so I think it's better to get that one so that we can hand that in and get it done in the coming weeks as well. So yeah, let's take away all this part and then head over to the other side and somehow get rid of the heat exchanger. I've never done this before. I have no idea how to do it, but how hard can it be? I mean, it's just boating projects. Dun dun dun! And when it comes to engine projects, I learned the hard way to have gloves on, because every single time you hurt your hands and you start to bleed, the ideal thing would be to have two gloves that are not of the same left hand, but seems I've lost one of my gloves, so I'm gonna use two left hands. Yay! How convenient! No, it's actually coming off. Cool. Yes. Seriously? There's a screw touching the alternator. I need to get rid of the alternator, it seems. Really? The whole cool heat exchanger is cool, I think, yeah. I'm just gonna get it off. Perfect. We're gonna replace all the hoses here. And yeah, take it back home for some service and repair in a workshop. So now we're leaving this place again. I think the kids did a great job. They've been helping out so much. So let's pack up the car and get out of here, right? Hello, darling. Let's go. So now I'm taking the whole heat exchanger back home, and it's time to clean it up. It does look a bit nasty, so hopefully we can make it look a little bit better before handing it over to some mechanical workshop that can actually fix the problem with the leaks in the edges of the, where the water circulates. I have no idea what it's called. End cap? Yeah, end cap. That's a good name. Let's go with that. So yeah, there's a leak in the end cap. But first we're gonna just clean it up because it looks a bit nasty. So now it's a bit more clean, but and we can now see the problem quite clearly. So over time there's been water dripping down here, causing some corrosion, and now we have a bit of a hole here, which causes some problems, of course. So this needs to be fixed, and hopefully I can do that with a mechanical workshop that's able to do some welding or something. But that's the main reason for taking this whole piece apart, because it is rather nasty looking now, and this needs to be fixed before we go. So now we're gonna hand this in to the mechanical workshop here. David's Mechanical Workshop, Service and Repairs of Boat Engines. Sounds like a good place to be. So we show them the heat exchanger, and they might be able to fix it, but they actually had one spare from another project, from another engine, a bit bigger, but it will fit to our engine. However, it's 2,000 euros extra that I haven't planned for, so we'll see if we go ahead or not, if we can find another spare somewhere else. The reason why I didn't pick it now, so 2,000 euros, we could be done with it for today, but I didn't pick it because I've actually seen other ones for about 1,300 euros in other places around Europe, so I will talk to them as well. So it's gonna be expensive regardless. So new day, new weekend, new day in the marina. Today I'm just gonna go pick up a few things. We're gonna take off the freshwater pump and perhaps the alternator as well to bring back home. Just as usual, taking things off, bringing them back home. Ah, lovely mess as always. So the plan now is to get this coolant pump off. Ah, nice. It actually seems to be functioning well, the bearings and everything. The problem is this part. I need to paint it. We had a water ingress water leak a couple of years ago, dripping down water here, so there's a lot of rust. I need to paint this part. I'm gonna get rid of this instead and replace it with something else. And I'm also gonna take home the alternator, make sure that one's, yeah, cleaned up. This is the reason for taking the pump apart. Like, the painter is all coming off. We got a lot of debris shit here that we need to clean off. So hopefully by undoing these kind of bolts here and there, we're gonna get this whole pump off. Now you probably get why I want to take care of this before we start crossing the Atlantic. Yeah. And the last hose I just actually broke off, also a sign that it's time to replace them. I just tore it in two. So now the whole pump assembly is removed. Can take this one back home with me, along with some of the other parts. Now, most of these hoses will be replaced as we're taking things apart. Might as well do it because it's quite annoying doing it some other time. Now we're gonna have a lot of space here. I wonder if I'm gonna take the alternator home. It's rather easy. Just gotta make sure I know where all the connectors go, but that's easy. I got video footage of everything. There we go. Yay, nice. So now the alternator is gone. There's a lot of space in here now. And most importantly, I can clean this up. Yeah. So this is a reward for today. The alternator, the freshwater pump, and some of the tubes. So now let's pack this up and get back home. And now it's 12:30. I've been in the boat for about half an hour. So it did go quite quick. So now we're taking home a lot of engine parts and boating parts. We got a big, nice pile here. It's getting bigger by the day, also outside and upstairs and everywhere. So there's a lot of things to be done right now. We need to take care of the house, the boat, schools, all that stuff. We plan to tell you next time how we actually keep track of it, what it is that we do, but that's for next time. So I hope someone else gets inspired to start doing their adventure now. It's about time to get going, and next time we'll show you how we do it from our point of view. So see you next time.